Welcome back to Tech by Pike. Today we are checking out the benchmarking and gaming results of the Asus ROG Zephyrus 14-inch gaming laptop for 2023. I have to admit, I am really impressed with this laptop, how small and thin, and the power that comes out of this thing is just amazing. Anyway, we're going to get into that. Quick review of the specs. It comes with a 14-inch QHD 165Hz ROG Nebula display. It has a peak brightness of 500 nits. It's QHD 16 by 10 aspect ratio, 2560 by 1600 resolution. Comes with an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS processor, Nvidia GeForce RTX 4090, 16 gigabyte GDDR6 graphics card. It can boost up to 145 watts, 32 gigabytes of DDR5, 48 megahertz memory, 1 terabyte solid state drive. It's Gen 4, and then you have your choice through the ROG software to use Nvidia Optimus or actually switch to the direct GPU mode via muck switch. It does require, the laptop does require a reboot. Has 4 speakers by Dolby Atmos technology and then Wi-Fi 6E. We're really looking forward to getting into the benchmarking and the gaming, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, here is the 1080p camera on this laptop. I'm going to do a little typing, see if you can hear me on the keyboard here. It's pretty quiet. Okay, not bad. Mic's pretty decent. I played it back and I heard myself and I come across pretty clear. So great for conferencing calls. Arbor Crate is a proprietary software for Asus, mainly geared towards gamers. But in Arbor Crate, you can monitor CPU usage, GPU usage, stats on both memory and storage, fan speed. Down here you have, you can tweak the laptop's performance based on what you're doing. So we have silent performance, turbo, and that'll kick on the fans while gaming. We also have, if you click over here on the triangle, you have a GPU mode. So this laptop does have a muck switch, and you can go from optimized, eco mode, standard, or ultimate if you really want to do some hardcore gaming and want the graphics to be to the dedicated GPU, but it does require a restart. And we're going to do that right now because we're going to get into some gaming and some benchmarking here very soon. There we go. Alright, we're going to check out the speakers here by playing some music. I subscribe annually to a website called Epidemic Sound. It gives me the right to play this music on my videos, and I have a full range of music to choose from, songs and whatnot from different artists. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and play Strangers Alive by Kadant, and let's get going. Okay, it's not bad. It gets a little tinny at the top. There's a little bit of bass. I can hear the drums a little bit. So it's not bad, but it's not fantastic. We performed a check cal, the calibration of the actual screen straight out of the box. And here's our gamma and white points here. And just a quick reminder, this laptop can get up to a peak brightness of 600 nits, and then it's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. We're going to hit next here. Next again. and we're at 100% sRGB, 100% of Adobe RGB, and 100% of P3. Really, really good. We leveraged Cinebench R23 for some of our benchmarking. Our CPU multi-core score was 16,691, and our CPU single-core score was 1,792. We leveraged 3D Mark for some benchmarking, and the laptop was set to high settings. We started out with Time Spy here. Then we moved to Fire Strike. Then we also did a benchmarking. We used Speedway there. And then we went with the CPU benchmark and a storage benchmark as well. We also leveraged Geekbench 6 for our CPU benchmarking, decent score, and also our GPU benchmarking. We also leveraged Blender. We did the onboard CPU and Radeon 780 mobile and benchmarked that. And we'll go down here to see that this benchmark ranks in the top 60% of all benchmarks. That's great. Blender again, but this time we're benchmarking the RTX 4090, and we got 6915. And if you notice here, on this line, the score is at the very, very top of the graph there. So as part of our benchmarking, we played a number of our favorite games, starting out with Hogwarts Legacy. And just to let you know, the laptop was switched over to the dedicated GPU, and all the games were set to Ultra. Hogwarts Legacy, we're getting 115 FPS on average. Jedi Survivor, we were getting approximately 79 to 92 FPS on average. And Cyberpunk 2077, we were getting 58 FPS on average. Alright, running Shadow of the Tomb Raider in-game benchmarking tool. The game is set on Ultra. The laptop is set to the dedicated graphics card, and the fans are on high. So we're going to check out the temps here, and the middle here of the keyboard, and right where the exhaust is hitting the bottom of the bezel and part of the screen too, it's getting pretty hot, around 48.5 I'm getting here. 50.7 was the highest there, Celsius. The palm rests are around 27, 28 Celsius on probably both sides. Yep. And then the trackpad's cooler, right around 27. The WASD keys, boy, they're pretty hot too, around 38, 40 Celsius. So this is 14-inch laptop is cranking out some major heat. So we're doing some benchmarking here with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's an in-game benchmarking tool. And we're getting fan speeds around 56 to 57 decibels. They are at max. I don't know if you can hear them or not. So we performed some in-game benchmarking with games that already had benchmarking tools like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, F1 2020, Red Dead Redemption, and Horizon Zero Dawn. The games were set on ultra settings, and we compared this Asus Zephyrus 14-inch gaming laptop against other laptops that were reviewed this year, which actually wasn't a whole heck of a lot. Now that I'm seeing the spreadsheet, we need to get on the stick this year and get some more in here. Anyway, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and these are all, by the way, switched to the dedicated GPU. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, max FPS 248. F1 2020, the max was 269, and you can see the other scores below, minimum and average. Red Dead Redemption, we got a max of 153. Horizon Zero Dawn, we got a max of 237. And you could slow this part down if you want to take a look at these other scores on the spreadsheets, comparing the other laptops. So that's it. I am really impressed with the power that comes out of this 14-inch gaming laptop. I'm really interested to see how Razer will step up to the plate with their 14-inch lineup to match this. This thing is amazing. We got it out on the Best Buy website for around $3,300 without tax. It's a pretty penny to spend on a gaming laptop, but if you're looking for mobility and just raw horsepower for gaming, I'd check this out. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this from Tech by Pike, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Helps the channel. Not only that, gives us an opportunity to bring more videos like this to you. And for that, we thank you. We'll see you in the next one.